I think we have everybody in here. Teachers, look around and see if I want to make sure everybody's here. It's hard when we have all the classes here. If you're a parent, you're welcome to come to the front row here. The students would like you in the front row. I guess all the classes are here. We want to welcome you, boys and girls. If you're a 5th grader or if you're a new 6th grader, we're doing something a little different for the first time at Tomball Intermediate School. We're having a runoff, and today we're having the first official TIS Student Council Forum. As you know, last Friday, anybody that wanted to run qualified. And first of all, to qualify, you had to have a 75%, which is a C or above average for the last 9 weeks, the first 9 weeks of school, and E's or S's in conduct and work studies for all of the areas. So that was the first criteria. And then you could run. And then you all voted in your rooms, and the top 4 for president and vice president, the top 3 for secretary, and the top 3 for historian are sitting on stage with Ms. Lyles and myself today. And they are what we call the runoff contestants, and they're going to give you a speech. Your vote is very important. Let me tell you why. Not only are you going to pick a historian out of this group, and I'm going to read you the descriptions each time they're up here, what those responsibilities are, so you have a better chance to say, oh yeah, and secretary and president and vice president. But we're doing something a little different with the president and vice president. Instead of voting for separate categories this year, the 4 candidates for president, the one that gets the most votes will be your president. But the one that gets the second most votes will be your vice president. So even if you say, well, I don't know if my candidate's going to win, that doesn't matter, because your vote counts. So I want you to listen very closely. They have worked hard in these speeches. We've been in here for what, about 45 minutes to an hour, practicing on these speeches, because to be honest with you, they're a little nervous. And you think about it. If you were one of the kids up here instead of one of the 500 down there, with parents in here and the teachers, it gets a little nervous. Well, we've practiced a little bit, and we have some good things to say. Now, another thing that's important about this election, this is not a popularity contest. We're not voting for how well you like these kids. Matter of fact, I can say they're all good candidates, and they have really good personalities. That's why they're already up here in the first runoff. Another thing that I want to ease your mind about, Ms. Lyles and I talked about this, and we are always wanting to do things that are going to benefit kids. Well, we feel that you chose these 10. These got the highest votes, but I want to tell you something. It was close elections. There are some of you sitting out there that were within 3, 4 votes of sitting up here. You all felt that there was a lot of good candidates, and that's what Ms. Lyles and I feel. We think we have the best kids, not only in Tomball, not only in Texas, not only in America, but in the whole world. We really do. I heard Ms. Lyles bragging on you to the superintendent this morning. Every place she goes, I hear her bragging on you, and I do too, and so do your teachers. Of course, we think we have the best teachers and paraprofessionals, and we think we have the best parents in Tomball, right here. And we're really proud of you. We were so proud of you yesterday in that Patriotic Showing Veterans program. Miss Lyles is sitting over here just beaming. Just look at her nose. She's just smiling. Makes our job so much easier. And student council is your voice to us and back. It may be simple decisions of just what we're going to do. It may be some community things. Or it may be some idea that you want to bring about. This committee, along with your representative from your class, will every other Thursday, on the first and third Thursday, from 2:45 to 4, we'll have a student council meeting, and we can bring up things. Now, there's some things that they're not going to promise you today. They can't have a holiday every week. They can't get rid of Mr. McReynolds. They can't have candy for food all the time or whatever. But there are some things that may be of real interest to you that maybe we can change. And we listen to you. And that's what this is all about. So as you listen to each of these candidates say, hey, would I like one of those people for president? Would they make a good president for Tomball Intermediate? And secretary and historian. So your vote really does count in all of this election. Again, it's not a popularity contest. So we're going to start with historian. We're going to give you the 3 candidates in alphabetical order. And I like that you be good listeners. I want you to have an open mind. Part of one reason we like to do student council elections is to teach you about democracy and freedom. And what we celebrated yesterday were those men and women who fought for your freedom, for us to be up here to speak, the freedom to speak, the freedom of worship, the freedom to write the opinions, to write things down. And so it's important as you listen and appreciate that we have these freedoms, we want to teach you about the election process so that when you're old enough to vote, that you will get out and vote, and not vote for a party, but vote for a person. And so we don't have parties up here. We don't have a Democrat or Republican. We have people. People who have real ideas and care about you. And they're going to, so I want everybody, as we introduce them, to applaud, and after they're done, to applaud, okay? And so that we'll give them each equal opportunity, and to listen very carefully, and you should be silent, because tomorrow morning, starting tomorrow morning, all the way through the day, TIS precinct number 1 will be open. And you will be voting during your specials time, and that is PE, Spanish, SFA, SFG time. So everybody has one of those classes tomorrow. Ms. Birch and I have worked all the details out, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later, but it's going to be very similar to how your parents do when they go to vote too, to show you the election process. If we have time, we'll give you the results tomorrow afternoon. You may have to wait till Monday morning if we can't get them all counted. So first of all, I want to read. I'm going to get my spectacles out here. What the historian's responsibilities are. Gather materials in preparation for the student council scrapbook. This person will be responsible for the completion of the scrapbook. This person maintains a file of materials about activities at the school. This person makes sure pictures are taken of all activities. And this person coordinates work on other historical presentations, which may be a slideshow or video. That's the job responsibilities of the 3 people we're about to introduce. The first one, in alphabetical order for historian, Hallie Locke.
Hi, my name is Allie Locke, and I am running for Tomball Intermediate Historian. If I am elected, I will follow all expectations of this job. First, I will maintain our school scrapbook and keep it as neat as possible. Second, I will take wonderful pictures at our school, functions, and programs. But most important of all, I will represent our school the best I can by respecting myself and others. I feel like I am qualified for this position because of my experience as a class representative for my homeroom last year. By attending monthly meetings, I was involved in making decisions for our student body and observed the duties of historian. I am looking forward to preserving the events and accomplishments of this year for the future students of Tomball Intermediate. So, vote for Allie Locke for historian, and let's have a great year to remember. Thank you.
Thank you, Allie. Our second candidate for historian, Megan Mallett.
Because I promise to do the best I can to make our school better. I'll make sure I get all information necessary, get to the meetings on time, and give all that I can give to our school. I'm a straight-A student, all E's, love to talk to people, and have a great sense of humor. Athletically, I'm into soccer, and after school, I'm into bass. I'm very creative, and I hope that will become handy for our meetings. I enjoy school greatly, and after this year, those of you who don't, I hope I will have changed your mind. So, vote for me, Megan Mallett, for historian, and I know you won't regret it.
Thank you, Megan. And our third and last candidate for historian, Kendra Osborne.
grade in Miss Bicknell's homeroom. I believe I would make a good historian because of the responsibility I have now and have had in the past. I am currently a member of the art club and the sophisticated team. Because of these activities, I would be very good at keeping record of school activities through photos, videos, and scrapbooks. I have access to a camera as well as a camcorder. I love to take pictures and video my family and baby sister. I feel that I have tremendous school spirit and will bring a lot of energy to this position. I will strive to equally represent all school groups and activities and paint an accurate picture of our school's life in the Student Council scrapbook. My strengths for this position are energy, sensitivity, and my willingness to be totally involved in my school and the activities that promote school. I believe that being involved in school activities teaches me how to get along with all groups as well as creativity and organizational skills. I am a very organized person and feel that I can chronicle and coordinate historical presentations as well as gather all materials needed to prepare the Student Council scrapbook. So remember to vote for Kendra Osborne for historian, the voice of the 5th grade. A vote for Kendra is a vote for history.